Can you date your colleague?
I can date someone, yeah, and you will not know. I will not talk to the people, I will not see. You will never know. Especially for a company that has this policy.
Yeah.
When I know this relationship is important to me,
And
I see that the man is even looking at me in this light. He wants to marry me. I will now say, my dear, I will focus, we will stay, and nobody will know.
Can I date my colleague? No, ma. For me, no.
Why?
Is it policy or just personal principle? Some will say yes, as long as you keep it private. Others will tell you once feelings enter the office, wahala is not far from behind.
No, how would you want to date your colleague?
It's a very messy situation. You are not in the same department. He's in a different department, probably branch manager.
That's even worse.
Well, this week, the secrets didn't stay secret. People are finding out who's been getting close after office hours. A few chats have also been leaked. Some stories started flying, and now the whole building is watching people differently. It's not just about the relationships that's under fire.
They are coming to touch him and everything. What will I do? I cannot be squeezing my face when we are together.
It's how it affects everything else. Work, trust, team dynamics, and suddenly, small smiles are looking like red flags. So the real question now isn't just who's dating who. It's what happens when everybody knows. HR is not your friend.
Some that are like straight, hard, have some kind of attitude and all.
And they make you uncomfortable, like you want to resign.
Yes.
There's a shift in the air. Not the AC this time, but something colder.
They promised us 7 and 8 before we joined, and when it was time for us, when we got to the timeline, the end of the tenure of what they had promised us, we started hearing something else entirely. And I promise you, that messed up with a lot of person's life afterwards.
People are watching their words. Slack has become quiet, and guess who's caught in the crossfire? HR.
If you check your Slack on your phone or laptop, you see that a survey has been dropped. Please do well to fill it before the close of business today. It is very important and very urgent.
Some think she should have stepped in sooner. She shouldn't have believed every gossip that is brought to her desk.
Quite unfortunate.
It's quite unfortunate.
Yeah.
Monday morning, this does again people working here.
Others think she knows too much but says too little. And now trust is fading. People are asking the real question. Whose side is HR really on?
Let us ensure that we are not the person that the company will lose money to. Let us pray every day. They used to call it Yoruba, I don't know if I can. Akoba at that.
This week, it's not just about gossip or games, it's about power, protection, and perception. This is Zabira Diaries, and this is HR is not your friend. Welcome to Zabira Diaries, where we peel back the curtain on life at Zabira. Raw, unfiltered, and sometimes a little dramatic. This month, we're diving into power plays and office politics. Let's be real, every workplace has its backstage whispers, secret alliances, and those sudden career moves that leave the rest of us thinking, wait, how did that even happen? This is Zabira Diaries. Welcome to the diary room. Speaking about HR, do you believe that HR truly protects staff in every place of work? Well, you never know.
I decline to answer. Hey, I decline to answer, HR.
Okay.
I can just say, it not get difference between HR and Olopa. That's all.
In English, please.
Take them as you see them.
Okay. So if you had a serious issue, would you feel safe going to HR to discuss it?
I don't discuss personal or serious issues with my fellow men. I go to my God.
Okay, that's a good answer.
But if it impacts my role within the organization, if it impacts my work, then yes, I would. I most likely would.
This question you're asking me,
I'll have a very biased answer because
You're
I'm
free.
actually I have background in human resource as well.
Okay.
Yes, so I think HRs are. Do you know this
They're
thing they
case-
say justice for
Employees.
HR? I'm telling you, HRs all over. Like I said, I have a bias because I have some sort of background in human resources, and I know that the HRs they are there for everybody to slaughter. So you are doing something that would benefit the employees, but they see you as the enemy who is working for the management. You are doing something that would benefit the company. The management sees you as the enemy who is fighting for the employees. So you are constantly in the middle, and both parties do not understand you. And there's nothing you can do. You just have to accept your lot. So that's how I see HR. So I tend to give them the benefit of doubt, but then of course it also depends on how the person is handling their office.
Do you think that HR is your friend in any company that you work?
Ideally, I mean, the Gen Z definition of HR
Yes.
is, somebody that you go to, your go-to person in a company, your go-to person for anything and everything. Even though there are also like protocols to follow before you get to the HR. There are protocols to follow, but like the Gen Z definition is your go-to person. I mean,
Yes.
if anything, HR is actually doing well here in Zabira, and then I give it to her.
From your experience, in the professional field, what can you say about HRs, all the HRs you've met till today? Do you see them as witches, as some people describe them? Do you believe that they protect the staff, or they're always on the side of the company?
Okay, this is salary week. So what am I saying? Okay, so for me, HR, amazing people, because they have to deal with people, and people are not easy to deal with. So kudos to them, yeah. But HR, they're supposed to be people's people. Most times they're always on the management side, because at the end of the day, management has the final say. But I feel HR should actually be the voice of the people. But in this era, it looks like HR is the voice of the management. But HR in Zabira, she has the energy for anything, whether it's for the people, it's for management, always ready.
Okay. What do you think HR should have done differently in recent situations, considering the office assistant, the gossips that came to our table, that she somewhat believed in some?
Okay, I think first off, the character of the person in question, the office assistant who snitched on pretty much everyone and everything, should have been called into question, right?
Okay.
Him going around gathering information and bringing to HR, first and foremost, is a red flag in itself.
Okay.
It doesn't tell about his efficiency as an office assistant. It just tells about his personality, his character, or character flaws. And I think that HR should have immediately, first off, called into questioning that attitude or that character of his before even accepting anything he says. And then with the things that he had brought to HR's notice, some investigations should have been done to substantiate before, making assumptions, basically.
Okay.
At the end of the day, HRs are also human, so at some point they'll have to believe. But I feel since they're HR, they should get their facts right before coming to conclusion.
Have you ever been in that situation where the staff that you're managing are telling you that as a HR you're not protecting their interests, you're not fighting for them, you're throwing them under the bus, and you're listening to the first gossip that comes walking through your door?
It happens. Like I said, people always think that HRs are partial, but it's just for you to understand they are doing their job. And in the process of doing your job, sometimes it won't always be a win-win situation.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's just for people to be able to understand and give people the graces that they need.
What about HR that are unfair to colleagues? There are situations like that.
Yes, there are. There are HRs that are, and I also know that for situations like that, sometimes you would see that those people may not last long in the organization because HRs, for you to really do your work as an HR, you need allies. And if nobody is willing to align with you or buy in or anything, you won't stay there. It won't be a good place for you to stay.
Do you believe that a HR professional, both here at Zabira or anywhere else, protects the interest of the staff most times?
That's a tricky question.
Well, it's in between.
I feel like they just find a way to balance the whole thing.
Okay.
So they create an environment whereby the both parties thrive.
Okay.
They don't create an environment where it's going to be a situation of a host and a parasite. They create a symbiotic relationship where, you know, the receiver and the person that is giving thrive. I mean, they tend to balance the whole thing. So it doesn't feel like one party is at the receiving end. I think that's just it. They just try to balance the whole thing and see how they can make good out of everything.
Yeah, that's true. So personally, if you had a serious issue, would you feel safe going to HR?
Yes.
Personal issue.
Yeah, because I mean in Zabira we have an organogram. There are things that you don't just take to your HR directly. It has to go to your line manager.
Yeah.
And for somebody that works in compliance, I'm not expected to skip protocols.
Okay.
If I'm supposed to take something to the HR, it means that I have communicated that thing with my line manager.
Okay.
So if it is a situation that my line manager can actually solve without getting to the HR, fine. And if it's something that has to be escalated to the management, it is also fine. But I mean, don't just keep protocols.
Be honest, what's the biggest misconception people have about HRs?
HR is your friend.
Oh, wow. Okay. Amongst all the friends to have in the workplace, is the HR really? Do you really think
That's
so?
a misconception. That's why I said misconception.
Okay, yeah,
The
that's
misconception is HR is your friend.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, they say police is your friend.
And we definitely know the answer.
That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Categorically speaking.
You already said it. They are witches. So that's it.
Okay, so nothing else?
Nothing else. And
So you've not met very rude ones that are always, you know, it feels as if you and them are competing for maybe the boss's attention. It feels as if maybe some of them they don't like you looking happy and, you know, in the workplace, you've not met those types.
Well, I'm God's child, so I don't think I've met any of them.
Oh, okay. So you worked in good places.
I have.
They'll say you are a snitch. They'll say you are a witch.
Okay. So do you believe that some are witches?
Yeah, so there are people that are, you know, they are leaders of the coven.
They are selfish. And I don't think that's true. Because at the end of the day, if you have issues, you run to them. And then, even if you are expecting that the matter is going to escalate to a point that you won't be able to handle, they will still help you handle the situation. So I don't think that misconception is actually right. HRs are not selfish. They are not.
Okay. So you don't think that HRs will always choose the company over the interest of the staff?
Like I said, they just tend to balance the whole thing.
Okay. Wow. What's your perception about the HR here at Zabira? And do you think there's anything that she should be doing differently?
I think she's a lovely lady.
Okay.
Yes, I think she's really nice. I like the way she smiles.
Are you sure you're not saying it because it's salary week?
No, I'm not.
You never know.
No, I'm not saying it because of anything. No. I think she's nice, and I know, again, we've said this repeatedly, that HRs are misunderstood.
Yeah.
So I know that a lot of people may have a different opinion. I don't know. I'm new here. But my perspective is she's a nice person, and she's doing her job.
Yeah.
And everybody's just here to do their job, and that's
basically it. That's true. Okay, Ike, do you have any other challenges or issues you would like to share with Zibi? Any changes or improvements you're expecting?
Okay. Changes, challenges. Oh yeah, I think, when you call us for this kind of interviews, I beg, have some things, some small things to entertain the mouth. Suya, wings, something to.
We could also add some mojito and some Chapman by the side.
Well, if you want to add those, that's fine. But I'm just particular about the suya and some small chops and meats to wine mouth.
Okay, we'll take that into consideration.
It could also help with the relaxation.
Okay, I'll think about it in my dreams. Thank you very much for joining the diary session. You may leave the diary room.
This week, we saw something that most HR departments also experience. Perception becomes reality. There's a common belief among employees that HR is not your friend. And it is true. We are not here to gossip or take sides with anyone. But here's the thing that a lot of people do not tell you. We are not also your enemy. Our role is to protect the organization and the people within it, and that includes you. It means balancing confidentiality, fairness, processes, policies, and procedure, even when the outcome feels uncomfortable. If we seem distant, it does not mean disrespect, it's discretion. If we ask questions, it's not spying, it's support done indirectly to serve you better. So here is your take home for the week. Clarity. Let's be clear about your roles, responsibility, expectations, rights, even privileges, because trust can't grow where assumption live.
This is Zabira Diaries.